At the top, multiplication tables. Obviously, that's 10, 12, 30, 56, and 54. All of them correct, plus 2. 1 or 2 wrong, plus 1. More than 3 wrong. We need to talk. You're excused since you have a pass. Okay. A conjunction is only true if both are true. A disjunction is only false if both are false. Conjunction is and, disjunction is or. There's no partial credit there. A conjunction is only, what? I'm sorry. Write in the correct answer. Guys, if they do not have the correct answer, please write it in. Yes, sir?
What if they said correct?
If both are correct, I'll take it. I'll take it. You managed to find the one variation. Okay. Guys, at the bottom, ready? Look up here. You need to correct this if it's wrong, so we're told here, overall, the truth value. If P is false and Q is true, so we go here. P is false, that's an or statement. Q is true, parentheses. This is and, that's P again, that's false. An or statement is only false when both are false, so that is true. So I have a true and a false. We're not done yet. An and statement is only true when both are true, so the whole value is big fat false. Now, watch carefully. If they have all the work plus the correct answer, it's plus 1. If they said it was true, but you can at least see this setup, you may give them a half a point. I will allow partial credit. Okay, for today, Anthony wants you to take this seat, so you're in a quad. All right, guys, score and return, please. Score and return. Score and return. All right. Score and return. Then I need you to get planners out and or your cell phones. Planners or cell phones, please. Planners or cell phones. All right. Okay, you guys ready? Look up here. You have 2 things for homework, actually 3. I have at least 7 of you that did not do the Alex diagnostic over this weekend. That means that you had a whole week, guys. So if you hit technical troubles from 10 o'clock on a Sunday night, I'm not terribly sympathetic, okay? But you do have a note of mercy. I do take that late, unlike homework. However, you will be docked a point for every day that it's late. So get it in. I'm gonna wait till Wednesday to update grades, because if I updated grades right now and you do not have that in, it's gonna tank your grade, and I'm gonna be printing grades and handing them out to your parents on Thursday. So, back to school night. Okay? So therefore, if you did not do your Alex diagnostic, get it to me as soon as possible. Yes, sir? Grand. I need it in the back. The paper. Right up. You're fine. You're good. You're good. Okay. So that, write on your notes, part of your homework, if you did not finish your Alex diagnostic, include it. So write Alex diagnostic is now your number 3. Okay? Your number 1 homework is your new video guides. Everybody stop and put your name right here. Huge, either down the side or down the bottom, down the top, I don't care where. Also put period 3 on it, please. Video guides. Name, period 3. Name, period 3. I don't care where you put it, just nice and big. Name, also put period 3 on it. Name, period 3. Don't panic the size, guys. This is almost 6 weeks worth of work here. Almost 6 weeks. Actually, it's 5. So it's long. Name, period 3. Okay. Open it up. I'd like you to circle page 4. Open it up. Circle page 4. Circle page 4. I need the old video guy because I'm challenged. 4 through 13. Is your name on it? Name, name, name. Okay. Boys, you can do this. Okay? Okay, put that in your planners, please. Got this? Video guides, 4 through 13. It is critical that you actually show the work. Very important, okay? Doing these videos correctly helps in class go a lot more efficiently. Okay? 4 through 13. Now, there's one more thing I want in your planner. That means you may also have your cell phone out now. Go to the yellow, please. Today is the 12th. On the top of this, I want you to write Alex quiz number 3. Your Alex quiz looks a little bit different. This is the way we're doing this for the rest of the year because it's a hybrid. It's both on paper and electronic. Put Alex quiz number 3 here, please. On the yellow. On the yellow. I need someone who took the diagnostic already. Who took the Alex diagnostic over the weekend?
I took it.
Who took the Alex diagnostic over the weekend? Let's see. Ben, can you come here and log into your account? Do you know your account by heart?
Yeah.
Okay, log in, please, because we need to show something here. Okay.
Go, Ben.
Put your name on the yellow if you haven't done so. Put your name and write Alex Quiz 3, please. Put your name, write Alex Quiz 3.
Is that all you need?
That's all I need. Thank you very much. Hey, that's pretty good. Nice job.
Is that
All right.
like a,
That's at least, that's at least 20%. Alrighty, guys. Now, on my website, let me show you how to do Alex Quiz, guys. Look here, yellow. Focus, 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 focus. Right here, it says quiz paper for the week of. I'd like you to go here where it says 9/12 through 9/16. I'd like you to write 9/12 through 9/16. Okay, right here, 9/12 to 9/16. This is the week that you're working on it. Alex papers are always due the day you get back from whatever weekend it is. So I see you guys next week. No. Monday's a day off. I don't see you till Wednesday. So find the date next Wednesday. Help me out real quick here. Yes. The 21st? 21st. Okay, here, due Wednesday, 9/21. You always have about a week to do Alex quizzes. It is always due the day you get back. Yes, sir? And, good. Look, guys, I am always going to give you extra credit if you turn it in early, right here, 2 points. That's 10%, guys. That's a lot of extra credit. That's from a 90 to 100 right there. So I will always kind of try to encourage you not to procrastinate. Now, what do you do for this? Step 1, it says videos. Where do you find the videos? Back to my website. Right here, says Alex, Algebraic and Deductive Reasoning. You watch that. You take notes for video number 1. You take your notes here. Notes and diagrams. Okay, I grade your notes, guys. You're getting 5 points just for taking thorough notes. Then you go to 2, click, watch, take notes. Then you go to 3, click, watch, right down the line. There's all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After you're done with that, you flip the page. Whoops, it's blank. Where's all your problems? This is where your problems are. You have to log in. You're now doing this partially electronically. So here's Ben. He's logged in. You go to quiz. And it says quiz number 3. Warning, do not start a quiz and get out in the middle of it. Okay? Once you sit down to take this, it's only 5 questions, guys. I give you 30 minutes. Honestly, it should take you maybe 15. But do not get up and out and let that time run out. It will mark you wrong. Okay? So you click on that, and you show your work for the 5 problems. You must redraw the problems and show your work. You may not take the quiz purely electronically. I will mark you down. You must show your work on paper, and you submit your work online. Okay? Then, yes, sir?
On the drawing ones, do we still have to show?
You draw everything. You write everything. You draw everything. You write everything. You draw everything. You write everything. Yes, ma'am?
So we're taking the same quiz.
Yes! I'll give you different numbers. Okay, then, guys, look, here's the cycle. Alex will direct you. It'll give you how to correct things. I expect you to go back with the red pen, check your answers. That's worth credit. You show your work in the margin. Then you take quiz number 2. You may take that at a separate setting if you like. Okay? I take the higher of the 2 quiz scores. Okay? But look really carefully on this grading, guys. Look very carefully at this grading. Okay? Just taking notes, 5 points. I take the higher of the quiz scores. Out of 5, I double it. That's only 10 points. You get 2 points for correcting your first quiz in red pen. That means you actually have to write everything down. And you get 3 points for showing work on both quizzes. That means if you get 100% in both quizzes and you don't show a lick of work, you just got yourself a C. Okay? Then if you turn in early, it's 2 points. So theoretically, if you do everything right, you could get a 22 out of 20. That doesn't seem like a lot, but by the end of the year, that's almost 1.5% of your grade. So this is for those border grade guys. Okay? Are we clear on how to do these? This is how you're going to do it for the rest of the year, every single week. The cycle should take you about 45 minutes or less. Okay? This is as versus doing Alex Pi, gaining pi. This is instead of that. Okay? Questions? Okay. Put that away, please. The only thing I want left on your desk right now is today's notes, a pencil, and a highlighter. That's it. Today's notes, a pencil, and a highlighter. You don't need a calculator, guys. All right. We're obviously starting a new chapter. This chapter we're going to talk about segments and angles. Segments and angles. We are building ourselves towards shapes. We're not going to hit shapes for over another month. Okay? By the time we hit shapes, your first shape will be the most basic of shapes, which is triangles. And we're going to stay camped out on triangles through Christmas. It's a long time. Okay, I'll talk about triangles in just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to talk about 4 things with segments. Hold up 4 fingers today. 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to measure segments, add, bisect, and talk about properties. Measure segments, add segments, bisect segments, and segment properties. Say those 4 things out loud. Count them with your fingers. Ready? Number 1 is? 2 is? 3 is? 4 is? Segment properties. Okay, here we go. Now today is not hard, guys. Just stay with me. And if you have any questions, you raise your hand. Let's start with something really basic. Put a dot. It says E is at -8. So put a dot there, write E. I have 4 of you that did not do that. Okay. F is at -3. Just flip it over right there. Now, find me the distance between E and F, or the measure of the segment EF. Go. Yes, sir. Find the number line. It's just to the right of the brain Java, guys. Just to the right. E to F. E to F. No, I just find me the length E to F. It's not that hard, guys. Okay? All right. Claire, what is it? 5. 5 is correct, so we write e to f is 5. There's two ways to do this. You can just bunny hop it. I call that bunny hop, 5 units. Or the algebraic way is you take the absolute value between -8 minus -3, which is -5 and 5. Why absolute value? Because distance, underline the word distance, is always positive. Distance is a positive concept. We do not have negative distance unless you're in a sci-fi movie and you're going backwards in time or something like that. Okay? So let's represent this, E, F, and let's put 5 units. Let's see, R is now at -1, and S is at 4. Find me the distance, go. Frankie, what is it, sir? 5, that's correct. Again, either bunny hop or absolute value. -1 minus 4, -5 is 5. Okay, right down here, RS, put 5 units. Now watch the symbols here. When we want to show the distance E to F, notice I write EF equals 5 and RS equals 5. When you see an equal sign, it means put a number equals. We use equal sign for numbers, measures, and distances. If you see an equal sign, it means put a number on the other side. If you see an equal sign, it means put a number on the other side. Now, in last night's homework, you were introduced, or video guides, you were introduced to this symbol called congruent. It's an equals with a little squiggle above it. Those segments are equal length. If we want to say things are of equal length, I want to say these two pens, pretend they're equal. I want to say physically EF is the same length as RS. I do this. One, if I want to say they're equal on the diagram, I put a little hatch mark there. Hatch mark. That hatch mark says those are equal lengths. Put a hatch mark. Were hatch marks in the videos? Yeah, good, good. Then the way we show that physically is we write it like this. EF, the segment, is congruent to RS, the segment. Now we're comparing things. Things, segments, the physical segments. It's very important. If I give you a congruent symbol, you do not give me a number. You put another thing on the other side. There's water in the bottom. Okay, I want you and your groups to take 10 seconds each and explain what is the difference between an equal sign and a congruent sign in this class. Go. All right. Go to our list here and check off measure segments. We're done measuring segments. Go to page 3, which means now we flip. Mr. Lang, could you get the lights first, please? Sorry, I didn't realize it was so difficult to get out of your seat. I apologize. Okay. How many of you have driven up 101 to go to a Giants game? Giants game? Okay, tell me, what are some cities between here, San Jose, and the city? Those of you who aren't local, if you want to sound local, you call San Francisco the city, and then everybody will think you're local. Okay, what? Give me one, yeah. What? Palo Alto you passed. What else to pass?
Los
What?
Altos.
Los Altos? San Mateo? Belmont? Burlingame? Okay, look up here.
Los Gatos.
Yep, you go through Los Gatos. Here we have San Mateo at the end here. Put an S to represent San Mateo. These are cities you pass on 101 going towards San Francisco. Here is Belmont, a lesser-known city. But really pretty. It's right on the bay. And then here's Redwood City. Okay. We would call these three cities collinear because they're on the same line. Collinear. Did I lose anybody by using that term? They're all on 101. So we're going to pretend 101 is a completely straight segment. It's not exactly, but we're going to pretend. Okay? So we know the distance between Redwood City and Belmont is 4 miles. I'm going to represent that B to R equals 4. Look, notice I'm using an equal sign because it's a number. The distance between Belmont going up towards San Mateo is 5 miles approximately. And these are our actual distance. I looked them up. So we have, here we are, San Mateo to Belmont is 5 miles. I like you to bracket R to S. That's Redwood City to San Mateo. Find me that distance quickly. Do not say it out loud. Find me that distance. Okay. Out loud all together. What is it? 9. Great. That's how hard that is. Okay, you can do this. When you have 3 points which are collinear, then you can take the segments, I'm going to say segs, that's an abbreviation, and you can add them. Algebraically, we can say this. The distance S to B, that's San Mateo to Belmont, plus the distance Belmont to Redwood City, equals the distance San Mateo to Redwood City. That's called segment addition. Okay, I'm going to do an example with you. Ready? Have your highlighters handy, please. Okay, it says P, Q, and R, collinear. We have 3 segments, PQ, QR, and PR. I'd like you to highlight that and bracket. We have PQ, QR, and then you have PR. Okay, we have PQ, we have QR, and we have PR. I want you to turn to a neighbor and explain what is the relationship of these 3 segments to each other. I want you to do it verbally. Go.
They're all collinear.
Okay, I'll take a couple volunteers. Tell me some things. Tell me some relationships about these segments. Yes, ma'am? They are collinear, which is important because then we can do this with them. Whoops. Okay, we can do that with them. What else do we know about these segments? There's more. Trace with me, guys. Trace. PQ. Trace. Pencil on paper. Trace. Trace. QR. Bracket P to R. What relationship is there between those three segments? Raise your hand. What can you do? Yes? What's 14, sir? Between P to R is 14. Great. Let's take that, cross it out. Yeah, what else? Yes? Are you told Q is a midpoint? No, not yet. Not yet. We're getting there, though. Okay, guys, don't overthink this. Put one hand like this. Say PQ. PQ. This is PQ. Go like this. That is what? QR. PQ, QR. Put them together. What can you do? Is what? Blank. P to R. What did you just do? You added them. Little segment plus little segment equals the big segment. Don't overthink this, guys. Little segment. Now circle PQ. This is 2x plus 2. QR is 4x. Now, find anything and everything that you can. Go. Find anything and everything that you can. Go. No, you didn't find anything and everything that you can. All you did was find x. No. Well, x is cool. X is wonderful, but that's not anything and everything. Find anything and everything that you can. When you're done, compare your answer with the neighbor. You should be done in about 2 minutes here. Okay, how many found x? Raise your hand. Great. Is x the answer? No. You're catching on. Okay, find anything. What else do you know? What else do you know? Okay, P to Q is 6. Because 2 times 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, and then 4 times 2 is 8. Here's how you know you're correct. 6 plus 8 is? Ta-da!
What was that?
Okay. So always do everything you can do. Okay, always do everything you can do. All right. So we've done 2 things so far. We have measured segments and we have added segments. Now we're going to cut segments in half. Okay? Go to page 4 on the right. Ready? Get your highlighters out or get ready to underline with me. Okay, first thing I want you to do is put your highlighter down real quick. Put your finger on the word draw. Put your finger on the word draw. I want you to finger track and read that sentence out loud. Go. Okay, now we're going to go back and highlight. We're going to filter here. We have a segment JK and JL. It makes an angle with W is a midpoint of JK. X is a midpoint of JL. Y is a midpoint of KL. Now, for most of you, your ability to visualize all of that is very limited. So we're going to break it down into chunks. Okay, so I'm going to chunk it. That chunk, that chunk, that chunk, that chunk. We've got 4 chunks there. Let me show you how to translate this. JK and JL is an angle, so draw an angle. Look very carefully. Circle the letter that's repeated. Out loud, what is it? J. That means J is your elbow. So we have JK and JL. Here is the most critical skill. Cross it out when you are done dealing with that. Okay? Says, with W is a midpoint of JK. So trace JK. W's in the middle. That word midpoint means you must, J to W is the same as W to K, you must have hatch marks. That was in the videos. If I tell you to draw a midpoint and you don't have hatch marks, you have not drawn a midpoint. Even if you got a ruler and you make it absolutely exact. Okay? Cross it out. X is the midpoint of JL. So we go to JL, we trace. X is the middle. Now watch carefully. This is your second set of equal pieces. JX and XL are the same. Double hatch marks. Why? It's our second set. Cross it out. I want you to take that last little piece and draw it. We'll see if you're correct. You take that last little piece, draw it.
I'm a big boy now.
Okay, let's see if you did that correct. Okay, it says KL, but wait a minute, there is no KL. Sure there is. You put your pen on K and you go to L. Behold, KL. Y is the midpoint. And how many of you did 3 hatch marks? Woohoo! Kudos! Nice job. All right, now that you're all experts, follow the exact same process. Start by finger tracking and reading, then highlight, then cross out, and draw in chunks. Go. Draw the second one. Why is it 3? Because it's... Oh, well, this was my first set. This is my second
Draw
set.
JK and JL as an angle with line P bisect.
If you did one on J, that means all the way around. People would know that. So your hatch marks have to match what's equal. Okay? You are finger tracking and reading. Hey, I want you to draw, please. Draw. Start drawing. It goes through the middle. It goes through the segment. You're bisecting segments. Okay, you are now drawing in chunks. You are now drawing in chunks. All right. For time's sake, I'm going to take it from here. Look up here. We'll see, where did it go? Okay. All right, it says draw JK and JL as an angle. So again, you have an angle. J's the hinge. K and L. Cross it out. With line P, bisecting. Bisecting does the exact same thing as a midpoint. So I'm going to start by eyeballing the midpoint. And I'm going to put hatch marks because bisect means to cut in half. It's line P, so you have a line going through that midpoint. Doesn't matter how the line is tilted, but it is a line and it's a lowercase cursive p. That is not a point. Done with that. And let's see, it says JK, whoops, so JK. Line Q bisects JL. So here's JL. Bisect means we're cutting in half again. We have a line, and it's lowercase q. Your lines must have arrows. Look very closely at what I've done and compare it to what you've done. Okay. I want you to finger track and read that example problem out loud. Go. Finger track and read the example problem out loud. Go. Your highlighters, highlight or underline key information. Okay, students, start drawing and start solving. I don't tell you what to solve. I want you to find everything you can find. Start drawing, start solving, and find everything that you can find. Go. If you don't know what to do, ask yourself, what does the diagram tell me? What does every word in the diagram tell me? I'll be available to help you in about 20 seconds. Yep, I know I do. Okay, students, if you feel like you're stuck, let me look up here real quick. Step number 1, the word midpoint implies something's equal, right? The word midpoint implies something is equal. It implies here that FM is equal to MG. That's what that midpoint tells you. Okay? What I want you to do is I want you to finish this problem, find everything you can find. Raise your hand when you're done, and I'll see if you're correct. And then you're going to jump to page 6 and get started on page 6. Okay? You're supposed to finish this problem in the next 2 minutes. Find everything you can find? Nope, you didn't. Okay, can you trace F to M? Trace M to G. What do those hash marks tell you? Equal. So, you know that 3x plus, write that down, is what to this guy over here? Bingo, equal to. Yes. So I didn't even try next. You did. Good. Go to page 6. That's like two right there. That's like a whole man. That's like that's okay. Raise your hand when you think you're done. Okay, fingers here. Fingers. What do you know about F to M? Don't break those fours coming. When those fours come in, so and that M is an input. What do you know about those two segments? They are equal. They are equal. So in this case, 3x plus 19 does what to 6x minus 2? They are equal. Say the word equal. Put an equal sign between them. Okay. So, dear. No, you didn't. Why did you draw a diagram? It's got diagram. Oh, there you go. What do you know about these two things? Equal. Okay, so 3x plus 19 equals, in this case, 6x. Students, raise your hand when you think you're done. Okay. Go to page 6. Whoa, excuse me. No, that kind of way. When I put this x equal. Okay. Let's try that again. 21 divided by 3. Yes, page 6. So, Rigo, happy with 7, and you plugged it in, you found everything great. Go to page 6. Okay, students, if you are not this moment done, grab your paper, come see me quickly up here. Paper, see me. Paper, see me. Paper, see me. If you're not done this very second, grab your paper, come see me. If you're done, and that means I checked you, paper, see me. Amy, that's paper, see me. Austin, paper, see me. Go. Okay, now this is very important. M is a midpoint, right? Now physically trace the segment F to M. Trace it physically. Now trace the segment M to G. What is the relationship between those segments? They are equal. So I write FM equals MG. Now, watch. FM is 3x plus 19. You see it? Equals M to G is 6x minus 2. You see that? You're not done. What can you find now? X. Find everything you can find. Okay, did you find everything that you can find? Woohoo! You found X. Is that everything? Is that everything? Aha!
Wait.
Yes.
So would it be 9x minus 17?
Whoa, where'd 9 come from? You minus 3x over here. Yes, ma'am. Found. Did you find everything? Did you find everything? Go find everything.
Wait, so I did 3 minus 6?
Okay. Yes, but that's going to be 3x over here. And then you add 2, so what's over here? Now let's try that again. 19 plus 2.
Oh, 19 plus 2.
Okay, where are you? Midpoint. Yes, Jerry. Good, go to page 6.
Wait, so I did, so 19 plus 2 plus 4 is 25.
Whoa, where'd the 4 come from?
You put a 4 there.
No, I didn't.
You put
No,
that there.
that was 21. I'm sorry. 19 plus 2. Ben, what do you know about
There's 21. No, this is x equals 7.
Yes, ma'am. Woohoo! You found X. Is that everything? You guys are so... Everything means everything. You found X. Circle wherever you see it.
I anything and everything you
done with page 6, your ambition anyways, by 10:25, and then I want you to check your work. Page 6. Page 6. Page 6. No, wake up, buddy. So, what is it? Okay, FM, write it down. 3x plus 19. Put an equal sign. Equal. And then energy is good. Solve for x. What's 40 minus 12? 36, right? What's 41? Students, if you're on page 6, problem 1, and you'd like a little help on problem 1, grab a clipboard, come on down. Clipboard, come on down. Page 6, problem 1. You want a little help? Page 6, problem 1. Come on down. Page 6, problem 1. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should get the hot stuff away from you. Let's put it right there. Okay. Step number 1. Finger track. Read it out loud. Number 1.
The length of a rectangle is 6 centimeters longer than its width. The perimeter of the rectangle is 40 centimeters. Find anything and everything you can.
Okay, so let's draw. Okay, first off, the length of a... Okay, let me just highlight here. We got rectangle length is 6, longer than width, perimeter is, do you hear the word is? Is an equal sign. Okay, find anything and everything you can. Okay, so let's, first off, we have a rectangle. Cross it out. You have length and you have width. Okay, length is 6 feet longer than the width. So if there's an L equals, what would equation could you have there? 6 feet longer than. W plus 6. Do you understand longer than is a plus concept? So we're going to do W plus 6. You okay with that? Good. Look what I'm doing. I'm crossing stuff out as I account for it. Okay? Do you see the word perimeter? Put a P there. You see an is equals 40. So we're going to write P equals 40. Okay. Now, what else could we write out here?
Perimeter equals
40. We got that. What else?
2 times the length.
2 times length plus 2 times the width. Did I tell you to write it down? No. You only come up here when you're done with the whole page. You are done with the whole page. You got a red pen in there. Red pen. Sorry to without you. Guys, when you're done with 6, come up with a red pen and a clipboard and take a look at 6 with the red pen. Okay, so now let's see what we can do. Okay, do you see P here? Circle P. Do you see another P? Do you see 40? That means we can do that. I'm going to need to see your white paper next class period, okay? Okay. Let's see. We have a 2 here. Do you see L? Come over here. Do you see what L equals? Okay, you're always trying to get down to one variable. That's your ambition. Now, are you down to one variable? Easy peasy. Go solve for W. Listen, don't get all happy when you solve for W because you're supposed to find everything that you can find. Okay? Segment properties. They're all properties of congruency, which means we're going to be making things equal. So just put an equal sign there. Just put an equal sign there. These are ways to make segments equal. Ways to make segments equal. We've measured segments, we've added segments, we've cut segments in half. Now I'm going to talk about how to make segments equal. The first way to make an equal segment is to have a midpoint. Underline the word midpoint. Put a dot there, write the word midpoint. Now, very important, if I ask you to draw a segment with a midpoint, it's not a midpoint unless you do this. Now it's a midpoint. If I tell you to draw a segment with a midpoint and you fail to put hatch marks, that's not a midpoint because that implies midpoints make 2 congruent segments. And the word congruent, you must have hatch marks. So that's the first way you can have congruent segments. Two congruent segments. Midpoints make two congruent segments. Okay, next, segment congruency can be what's called symmetric. Which means this. Segment AB is congruent to BA. Wow. Symmetric. Symmetric. So segments can be equal because of the midpoint. They can be symmetric, which basically means it's congruent to itself going both ways. Third one, and most important, put a star by this. Put a star or highlight or something. Segment congruent can be transitive. This is the most important. Next to the word transitive, write transfer. Transitive means I can transfer congruency. Transitive means I can transfer congruency. So let's do these. Let's do P, Q, R, S. Okay, so first one. Let's say P to Q, trace it, hatch mark, is congruent to Q to R. Notice I'm using segments and congruency because I'm comparing things. We're not doing distances here. Next, I want Q to R is congruent to R to S. I want you to circle, what do you see repeated? Q and R. That's called your transfer station. I can transfer at QR. I'm going to transfer congruency from PQ all the way to RS. So therefore, those three dots mean therefore, PQ is congruent to RS. I transferred congruency. That's called the transitive property. Transfer congruency, transitive property. So we have three ways segments can be equal. Midpoint, symmetric, transitive. Midpoint, symmetric, transitive. Last one, this is going to look a little weird. The last one is this. Let's draw, let's see, E, F, G, and H. We got a E, F, G, and H. Now, I'd like you to shade the triangle EFH and stripe the triangle FGH. Those two triangles share exactly which segment? Out loud. HF. Do you see that HF? It's like an apartment wall. Okay, HF. I'd like everybody to trace HF because HF is shared between those two triangles. Actually put a hatch mark there. Write the word reflexive. It's going to look a little strange, but this is what this property means. HF is congruent to HF. That implies it's shared.
You need the fingers, Batman.
Excuse me? All right. Once you have that down, start packing it up, please. Pack it up. Yes, ma'am.